If you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
Somebody's coming who, at the very least, as somebody told me, his existence is resistance.
Don't overreact on the right, and certainly don't overreact on the left. Can we just ignore this? We've got a bit of a habit lately on the right of maybe overreacting in some ways, would you say, Lane? And at times. At times.
Yes, I would say the X algorithm has definitely inspired such behavior.
Right. Okay. And so we all have to take a step back sometimes. But this next story made people feel a lot of different ways. But last week, reggaeton.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That was pretty
Artist.
good. Yeah.
Bad Bunny. He was selected to perform at this year's Super Bowl. And I haven't really cared who performed at the Super Bowl for a very long time. But last year it was Kendrick Lamar, and everybody's like, I can't believe. I get it. You know, just mute, which is what I do during the halftime show if I'm watching the Super Bowl.
Or don't watch it.
Or I don't mind watching the Super Bowl. That's fine,
girls.
Whatever.
The halftime show is for girls.
It's true. There used to be
It is for girls. It's actually the halftime show is for the wives and the girlfriends that are the Super Bowl parties, and for the guys to go grab a beer, or have a snack or something.
Or go, go kiss your buddy in the garage or whatever you're doing.
That's the World Cup.
Josh, can I just respond to your invite to the Super Bowl party now with a no?
Yeah,
I will not miss it.
I'll see you
not
in the garage,
pal. So a lot of people had some outrage over it, but he responded to the criticism about his selection last night. Or I'm sorry, not last night on SNL, because SNL's Saturday Night Live, right? So it was Saturday night, or did they just put it out last night?
Right.
I said the wrong name.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going. He responded to the allegations of sexual impropriety. I'm kidding. I'll just make up an entirely different story. But he did tell Americans to learn Spanish. Hit it.
I'm very excited to be doing the Super Bowl, and I know that people all around the world who love my music are also happy.
It's bad chest moss there.
Todos los Latinos.
I know, right?
It's a tattoo.
Oh, that explains it.
Todos los latinos y las latinas en el mundo entero.
No Latinx?
Y aquí en los
He is
Estados
Catholic.
Unidos, todas las personas que han trabajado
God.
para abrir puertas. Más que un logro mío. Más que un logro mío, es un logro de todo, demostrando que nuestra huella y nuestra aportación en este país nadie nunca la podrá sacar ni borrar. And if you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
Okay.
We barely understand his English.
Yes. Listen, Mr. Bunny, is that what you go by?
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. And I think he was probably making a joke. Josh, you helped us clarify that to a degree. There's probably some comedy.
It's a late night comedy show.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live is, he's making a little joke. He made a real point there about how he feels about, Latino heritage and what they've contributed to this country and all that. And fine, whatever. But the last part was a joke.
Now,
you have 4 months to learn.
Right.
You didn't learn that there's an S after month.
I get it. It's the pluralization of things.
I think it's a joke, and people are taking it way too. I think people are taking it way too seriously. Like, I'm not going to learn Spanish. Like,
how dare he?
Okay, you don't have to.
Yeah. No, you can forgive me for not understanding that Saturday Night Live is supposed to be funny anymore. So I get it, but I do think that you're probably right.
Yeah.
That there's a little bit of kind of jest going back and forth on this right now, playing to the audience. But the left celebrated this far and wide in legacy media. So maybe they took it a little bit more seriously than Senior Bunny had intended.
This is less about his joke and more about the way that the social justice left's like, look at him sticking up to the man, sticking up to the regime, and
that's how I saw
evil Western imperialist. That's the vibe that they're giving off.
And I didn't see that from a lot of people on the right necessarily. I did see that from people on the left.
There's overreaction on both sides for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's silly.
I didn't see overreaction from people on the right that he said that. I saw overreaction that he's playing the Super Bowl.
No,
correct.
We're
I
agreeing.
did two different things. It seemed to me like the right was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Maybe there's a few people that
the left celebrated.
But the left definitely celebrated while the right was like clap back. Like what?
No, we didn't. We kind of moved
clap
on.
back at us.
Once we figured out that he was Puerto Rican and Catholic, we were like, all right, I guess you got us there.
We don't care.
We'll talk about that in a second. Not everybody figured that out, by the way, until it was a little too late. But Bulwark contributor Adrian Carrasquillo lauded Mr. Bunny. Did I nail that? Potentially speaking Spanish at the Super Bowl.
To know that somebody's coming who, at the very least, that somebody told me his existence is resistance, just speaking in Spanish at the Super Bowl. But on the other hand, we probably expect some really smart commentary and criticism. I mean, it's going to be powerful, and it just stands out because we have not seen so much of that this term.
Nice. Well, look, before we move on, I'm going to give Lane a chance to simmer until he explodes. But download the Rumble app. It's the best way to follow us. Download the app, search for Steven Crowder. Follow us there. Their app has gotten better and better and better. We appreciate it. You'll get the notifications when we go live. It's the best way to follow us. But Lane was a little angry this morning about this because when things don't make logical sense, it pisses him off probably more than just about anything, and this one doesn't. Tell us why.
No, well, just to address that guy's clip, like Josh and I will sit here and have a large agreement that people overreacted on the right a little bit, and it's like we should focus our battles on things that matter, like ice-free zones. That's a real problem.
Right, exactly.
But then the left says dumb shit like this, and it's like, okay, never mind, I take it back. We reacted appropriately because existence is resistance. Give me a break. Bad Bunny's a billionaire, for God's sakes. He's doing just fine. But the idea that speaking Spanish is some, like Josh said, some clackback, or it's some, let's stick it to the man piece of resistance.
I never hear Spanish in my life.
No.
Spanish is like the imperial language. It is the language of colonizers, of conquistadors, which I don't know for all those Spanish speakers out there translates to conquerors. Well, sort of. I was a conquistador in college, and we didn't conquer many football games, but that's nonetheless.
Seems like a bad memory we should have skipped.
People are stupid. Christopher Columbus is the only reason. Christopher Columbus, the person they want to cancel and tear down his statues, is the only reason that Spanish is in the New World at all. So please just have one logical consistency on your side of the aisle left, please.
Our language is like, well, it wasn't your language until 1492.
Until 1492.
When we made it your language.
So Europeans.
Is it the second most spoken language on earth, or is it the
Spanish?
It would probably be third.
Is it third?
Yeah.
Really? Because China does have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Because they win the population.
Yeah, I don't think that's really resistance. Speaking the third most popular language.
I don't either. But listen, here the main
more people
point.
in America speak English or speak Spanish than people in Mexico speak English.
The last thing, do you think the natives of Puerto Rico, the Taínos that are largely wiped out by Ponce de Leon, do you think they're like, yeah, this is resistance? All 9,000 of them that
You're
are left.
You're speaking the language of our conquerors. Thank you for resisting.
And it's not like I have any fault with the Europeans.
No.
They brought, order to the
They deserve to be conquered, according to Lane Kindle. That's exactly what I agree with.
Yes, they did, because they were throwing people off of pyramids when it got too dark outside for too long.
True.
So yes, they did deserve to be conquered.
Every year.
It's
called night.
Did the sun come back up?
Yes.
I don't see what's wrong with
Listen,
it.
maybe some heads need to roll, okay?
Can you imagine
Science.
the first time the conquistadors were like, hey, maybe don't throw them off and see what happens?
See what happens.
And then it didn't, and the sun came up, it's like, oh, shit, man.
Ooh, my bad.
But what if that was on the day of like a solar eclipse? And they were like,
It's cloudy and there's a hurricane that comes through. The gods are angry.
Everything's stupid.
I completely agree. But listen, we don't need people going out and doing the one thing that was done by the right, which he's not an American citizen, and I can't believe you're going to make us listen to Spanish at the Super Bowl. Okay, fine. I get that you don't understand that he's from Puerto Rico and that, they're American citizens. Fine, whatever. I understand that. Don't overreact on the right, and certainly don't overreact on the left. Can we just ignore this? I have done
whether you like it or not, that is American culture.
It is. It's part of American culture.
Like it.
It's
like
fine.
Not everything's for you.
No,
you know what I mean?
And I get it. I don't think we should care as much about the halftime show at the Super Bowl as we do. It's usually a terrible game. The performances are usually not that great. Sometimes they're okay, but most
we
of
should
the time
definitely do a different thing during the halftime.
I mean, like maybe ignore it.
Maybe a block of ice.
Oh my God!
Hear me out. It's dry ice. Then a guy comes out, waves his hand over it.
Hey guys, can I get a gun in studio, please? Thank you.
I got
just
one.
kidding. That's true. I know we have guns
I got
already.
one too.
Wait, Josh, you have one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap. Now he can shoot back. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Josh can defend himself. I thought this was a gun-free zone for Josh. I thought we talked about that, guys. Listen, just don't overreact. Either way, and let's just not care about like these issues that don't really matter. And I know there's people talking about potentially doing. I mean, maybe it was it TPUSA talking about doing
Jack Posobiec.
Jack Posobiec talking about doing. I mean, fine if you want to do something like that. I mean, go for it. But I just don't see the need to even worry about any of this.
And he
stuff.
is an immensely popular artist.
That's what I hear.
So I mean,
I've never heard a single song of
he's
his,
probably
but I
the
hear a
most
lot of people
top
have.
2 or 3
Definitely
most
have.
popular. Yeah, you definitely have.
And he's got so many features too on his songs. You're gonna hear English.
Yeah.
It probably won't be from somebody you like. It'll probably be a brown person. And,
Oh, come on. Josh is just labeling everything. It's probably from somebody you thought should have been taken out and removed from the country, but nonetheless.
I was sent here from MSNBC today.
It's for the top 40.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, you can click around and watch one of these videos on YouTube, or head on over to Rumble and subscribe, where I am live every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Live on Rumble. YouTube is dead. Rumble did it. And on Rumble, you can say